I'm an idiot.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So this is my first visit to Towers 2024. I skipped the mad panic on opening day. I was in Blackpool instead. But I'm here on Easter Sunday. That's maybe not the wisest move. I've brought two of my children because, you know, coaster dad, and I never do anything with my kids. So they're going to decide what we're doing today. And I don't know how much we're going to get done because it's Easter Sunday, so I'm expected to be busy, but the roads weren't too bad. The car park wasn't too bad. Yesterday the queues were horrific. So let's see what's new, get a look around. Bunker 94 has no queue now, but it had what, an hour and a half queue on opening day? So let's go and have a look at Nemesis.
Not giving off any psychic radiation at the moment.
I do give off psychic radiation.
No, you don't.
I'm a pure psychic. Well, that's a good start. 35 minutes for Nemesis. I think yesterday when I looked it was at 90 minutes, 100 minutes. Although they're making you go the long way. So this new queue line is full of Easter eggs. That gun, A90, Aqualand 1990, TV 92, Thunder Valley 92, FV 94, Forbidden Valley 94. Lots of details. And then when we get to it, we'll see the helicopter, which has sit back, it's Fright Night. Yeah, they've really gone to town with this one. I'm quite impressed. I'm impressed with how much they make you walk when there's no queue. I'm gonna be exhausted.
Nemesis for the wrong military needs, and they've been carried out. And I know because I like me sedate her, manipulate her DNA, and she can have all the sites around the world, and they want to trade lots on the news.
That was good. That was a great start to the day. It's also down to 15 minutes now, so and everything's looking quiet. I don't want to jinx it, but maybe this isn't as bad an idea as I thought it was. I 100% heard that rattle, though that whole thing's just like, brrr, it's mental. Now my daughter wants to go and have a look in the shop, which, unlike opening day, has no queue. So I'm really curious about this guy, Galactica. I mean, apparently they jet washed it. So it doesn't look like it. Still disgusting. As everybody has said, everybody, and I've got a video about it, this sticks out like a sore thumb. It doesn't fit into this area. I am curious though with the Project Ocean, like is that going to separate this off into a separate area so that like it doesn't need to fit in with the phalanx? Because it's really, really out of place and just run down. I still enjoy it though. Nothing compared to, I did is it Manta in SeaWorld? Which if you haven't checked that vlog out, go have a look, because that's probably what this should have been. I know this was the first, so you know, they're not sure what they can do. Manta is nuts. Like, I almost passed out. It's insane. So, what's been making us do all the extended queues? I'm gonna be exhausted by the end of this.
Be the sight of something really special. The birth of a new star. That could make it an unpredictable place to be, so watch yourselves.
Well, that's another one that was maybe 10 minutes. Although the operations in there are absolutely horrific. We sat in the thing for about 3 minutes before they lifted it up. The train in front of us came in and sat in the upright position for about a minute and a half before they let it down. I don't know, I mean, it's not the most reliable ride, but good to get on it. Arcade. Like, it's a lot bigger, and people were thinking they're going to do something with it. People have seen inside. It's an arcade. It's a bit depressing. Just did Subterra again. It's 10 minutes, it was quite quick. They actually had actors in it this time, and a lot more effects on it, so I'm not sure my daughter liked that. I did. That's Forbidden Valley done then. I have to say, they've knocked out the park in terms of theming. From that sign right there, everything, the helicopters, the whole shebang. Really, really good. Now, if they could just do that with the rest of the park, I mean, I know you need to give them some time, eh? I am curious, I've seen some of the other stuff on other people's vlogs, like Oblivion and stuff. There's a new freestyle station I'm about to walk past. Like, they're obviously putting a lot of money in, which is good to see. I'm so happy that this isn't as busy a day as I thought it was going to be. Yay! Well, that's good. That's it. That's another walk on. I think I've already said I walked on the Curse. If I haven't, I walked on the Curse. Just walked on Runaway Mine Train. It's always fun. Just outside though, like this here. £21. I don't know if you saw, I was on Love to Explore's show last week. And we were doing a room 101, and I put Aramark in the bin because what the hell is that? £21 for pizza and pasta. No thank you.
21 quid. Oh my god.
I'm never bringing my children with me ever again.
Why? Love you so very much. Why? Oh, that's terrifying. Do you think that fish has gluten?
I do like that the sea life is included. I've always wondered, and I'm pretty sure I've said this in almost every video when I come here, why that's free and Dungeons isn't. I was speaking to somebody recently, and I think it's to do with the actors and stuff, but it's based after that too. And obviously the dungeons are disappearing or changing or something in the summer. Never done them, so I don't know, we might do them today. I'll see what the consensus is from everybody else.
So, Dwayne, can we please guys all phones in pockets, please?
Well, that's always fun getting back on Big Bob. They always play the announcement about queue jumpers, and reporting them. And then this group decided to walk past us. Everyone said they were queue jumpers. We're not queue jumping. 5 minutes later, security came through and kicked them out. So got what they deserved. I do like that ride, but the pre-show is a bit of a shambles. Like, it's just a bottleneck, and if you've seen it once, like, it'd be good if they had like a way to bypass that. Because yeah, it kind of moves until you get to the pre-show, and then it all kind of falls apart. So anyway, that's the first queue that's also been wrong. Like, it said 35 minutes, and I think it was closer to 50, which is a little bit annoying because all the queues have been really good so far. But I'm getting quite hungry, so I think it's time for lunch. Time to continue the rant. Just had food at Eastern Express. The food was okay. Actually, the food was really nice. Chili wrap and all that. It was lovely. Disorganised chaos though. They literally kind of gave us food in bits, and then you're standing around whilst your food's getting cold, waiting on the next bit of food to come. Absolute shambles. And of course, typical me, picked the one place that doesn't do pass holder discount. So that was expensive. Oops. So there's quite a lot going on this year in Towers, and most of it is really, really positive. But track walks, which I'd love to do if I can find time, as I've probably ranted before. It's not easy for me to get here. I actually left Edinburgh last night and drove some of the way so that I didn't have to get up too early this morning. So mostly positive. They have still got the Sky Ride down for another year, but because they're doing massive investment. I'm curious what that looks like though, because at some point there was an image that appeared online that seemed to show charging, like you had to pay to get on the Sky Ride. Now obviously the Sky Ride's not open, so the chances are that was a fake photo. But what are they doing? Are they extending it? Are they just rebuilding it? Is it new gondolas? I guess we won't find out till next year, because it is closed for the entirety of 2024. So anyway, we are going to go and do Gangsta Granny, because, just had food, so want to do something nice and easy that's not going to... Definitely not Smiler. Definitely not doing Smiler. So the vaults are still shut then. I mean, they've said they're coming back this year with some new things, new effects. Still shut, so we don't know what's new. I don't know. I would have thought by now they would have opened it. But anyway, I ain't getting on it today.
Hey gentlemen, this is the coolest, most handsome Spencer Flavio. You love me.
Just at Gangsta Granny. Still a fun ride. There's something weird going on. I think I said earlier people got kicked out and got security. There's security everywhere here today, which I don't think I've normally seen. And I'm pretty sure, like, we were stuck in the queue for ages, and then security came in, did something, and then the queue started moving. So something odd. Anyway, always good to see that. Every time I go on it, I'm just trying to look at all the different effects and how it all works. But I think we're going to head over to Spinball. So they've blocked off all of this bit where Enterprise used to be and the Retro Squad. I hope that kind of means they're putting in a permanent flat, but I think some people think it's maybe some more food outlets that are coming. It's a fairly sizable area and they're clearly not doing anything with it this year since it's all blocked off, but could do with something else down here just to kind of add, so fingers crossed we see something next year. So this is pretty cool. I'm in a big shop on Tower Street and they've got some retro merch for the Corkscrew, the Flume, Katanga Canyon, well, from 1992 because it's still here, and the Black Hole. It's pretty cool actually. Also weird, I think I mentioned already about the security, and there's like more police here than I've ever seen. And I asked a member of staff, I was like, oh, it's just a busy day. Does this look like a busy day to you? The queues have been tiny. It's probably the quietest day I've ever seen Towers. And they're telling me they've got police and security because it's a busy day. Nope. So all that theming that I mentioned that over by Nemesis, it's kind of spilling all over the park. They've got phalanx themed frogs on the way in, which is fantastic. I kind of hope they hang about for a little while, or that they start theming them in different ways for different events. That's it's quite a nice little touch. Quite like that. I mentioned earlier in Forbidden Valley all the nostalgia. If you haven't already, I've got a whole series up on the channel. It's been very well received about the history of this place from 1980 right up till now. So as I say, if you've not already checked it out, go have a look. So I talked about the arcade earlier. I don't understand why they'd make a bigger building just to put the arcades back in it, and it says training facility. So I'm kind of wondering if it's temporary, and if next year they do something with it. Seems odd to double the height of the building just to put the same penny machines back in. I think they're up to something. So, I'm trying to finish the day on Nemesis again. It says 5 minutes, which I think's funny because it's probably going to take me about 10 to walk around this bloody long queue they put in. Oh, why? Bring back the short queue. I mean, it's great to see all this stuff, but Jesus. There you go, finished on Nemesis. Fantastic ride. 5 minute wait, although it took me more than 5 minutes to get through that queue. It's good that they've got all that theming, but they could do with cutting it down. I started this saying I was an idiot because I thought it was going to be really busy. And speaking to staff, they say it is really busy, and that's why there's security and there's police everywhere. It's dead. It's really, really quiet. Like everything has been 20-30 minutes tops. There's a couple of things have been slightly more than that, but yeah, for an Easter Sunday, I'm genuinely surprised how quiet this has been. Probably the best day I've had at Towers in a long time, and got on the most things I have in a very long time. So maybe Easter Sunday's a good idea. Might do this again in future. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I shall see you probably back here again in a couple of weeks' time. Adios!